Hello, my name is Latrina. I spoke to Sydney earlier today and let her know that I was sending over a custom video with some tips and tricks to improve your online presence for Goshen Animal Clinic. As I mentioned to Sydney, there's no cost whatsoever for this or any expectation of any sort, except that if you could, at the end of this video, shoot me a reply email just to let me know if you found it helpful at all, or if not. The feedback is really helpful for me to know how to improve the videos as we're providing this as a service to businesses in our area. Any feedback would be most appreciated. So thank you in advance for that, and let's get started. So what I'll be covering is content, backlinks, and citations of a website. Content is anything that's on your website, such as words, images, and videos, or any other media. It's important to have relevant content on your website because it's where you hide or embed your relevant keywords. So keywords are the things that people are actually typing into, like Google, for example, to find the services or products that they're seeking. Ideally, your homepage should have 1,500 to 2,000 words on the homepage. That seems like a lot, but it's really the prime target that Google likes to have websites contain, because it sort of puts you as a leader or an expert in your field. The back pages don't need quite as much. You can have at least 500 on those. These are factors that are not necessarily etched in stone, but as I've mentioned, it does give you the presentation of being the most relevant, the most expert in your niche. Then we have citations, and citations are found in directories such as Google, Yelp, Yellow Pages, etc. There's an example right there on the screen. It's essentially your company name, the address, and the phone number. It's very basic. But as basic as it is, you want to have as many or more of these than your competitors. Again, this helps you to rank your website with Google. The more citations you have, the higher ranking you get. And then there are backlinks. Backlinks are having your website address placed on other websites. So, for example, if you have Facebook or Twitter, LinkedIn, Wikipedia, any of those with your website address, those are backlinks. And backlinks help to direct traffic back to your website. So it's great to have as many backlinks as you can, similar to citations. You want to get as many as you can. The more backlinks you have, the more popular you become to Google, and therefore the more traffic that gets sent to your website. The one thing I do caution is that you don't want to have irrelevant backlinks on your page. So you wouldn't just throw up your website on random website locations or the internet. So you being a vet in, I think, Gaithersburg, you wouldn't want to have backlinks on restaurants or day spas or anything like that, unless it's related to your niche. So if it's related to pets and the care of pets, veterinary care, that kind of thing, then that's what you would want to target. So let's take a look at your website. I believe I have it up here. First of all, it's the cutest website. I was just enjoying the photos and looking at the animals. I really love your website, and I don't have much feedback to give you, except I would try to make these headers a little easier to read. Sometimes with the photos feed in, it's hard to read, but otherwise the setup of your website is pretty good. I would also remind you that Google likes a lot of content on the homepage. So this being your homepage, I would just try to get more content on here if you can, maybe some reviews, or just elaborate on some of the information that you already have. And it just gives you more of an opportunity to get those keywords on your page. Okay, so I was looking at your how you've saved your images, and it's not terrible, but try to save your images as much as possible to correspond to the keywords that you're trying to target. So when Google crawls your website, they're not only looking at the language, the wording, those sorts of things. They're also looking at less obvious things, like the image names that you've saved. And if they're relatable to your keywords, then it kind of boosts your keyword ranking. And that does help you with getting more customers and getting more traffic on your website. So that's the one thing I would mention. And if you have more social media opportunities, I would say maybe like try to get LinkedIn or Yelp if you can, if you don't already have them. But otherwise, your website looks very nice. I enjoyed looking at this one. So if we looked at some of your data, my recommendation to you, since your popularity is, this is a scale of 1 to 100, and your popularity for your domain right now is 0.7. You can increase that by just continuing to add more backlinks. I know it seems like you have a lot, but I've seen similar businesses with like hundreds of backlinks, sometimes even thousands. So I would say don't forget about your backlinks. Continue to add them whenever you have an opportunity. Continue to get referring domains. This just makes your website stronger, and it helps you to maintain your positioning when it comes to Google ranking. Right now, when I search veterinary in Gaithersburg, Maryland, you don't appear in here, which isn't terrible. It just means that right now you're not ranking among your top competitors. With Google, this map pack is like prime real estate. This is where you want to be because 30 to 40% of people click here. They sometimes look for ads, but ideally, most of the traffic is going to be generated here. So the more ranking you get, the more likelihood you can find your business listed here in this map pack, and as a result, get more traffic. Yeah, and then the second part of this page is also like their top ranking companies. So you'd want to be like in the first or second page. You're not on the first page. Let's see if you're on the second page. And you are. So that's great. So the more backlinks you add, the more keywords you add content, you can inch your way over to the first page. And of course, that will equate to more leads and more people visiting your website. I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here. I hope this was helpful to you in some small way. If you do have questions, or if I was not clear enough and you'd like clarification, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I wish you much success in your business and take care. Bye-bye.